an association of women determined to smash the ceilings and rewrite the story of women in science, technical, engineering, and mathematics across Africa's TVET landscape. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the core mandate of WITED is to enhance participation of girls in STEM programs, which for a very long time have experienced very low enrollment. We do this through the implementation of attraction and retention strategies that will result in increased enrollment of female trainees in the STEM programs in TVET. Our strategies are rooted in the continental and global development frameworks, especially the African Union Vision 2063 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, specifically SDG 4, quality education, to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education for all. SDG 5, gender equality, to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, to promote sustainable, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. To achieve this, WITED is implementing the following strategies. Number 1, mentorship and role modeling. Number 2, gender-sensitive learning environment, especially establishing safe, inclusive, and harassment-free classrooms, labs, workshops where girls can thrive without fear, childcare support by establishing childcare centers, and flexible learning schedules to accommodate young mothers. Number 3, leadership and entrepreneurship training, where we equip young women not only with technical skills, but also leadership, business, and financial management skills to run their own enterprises, linking them with incubation hubs and accelerators for startups in Africa. Number 4, outreach and mindset change, where we run community sensitization campaigns to dismantle stereotypes that STEM is masculine, highlight success stories of African women who have excelled in the STEM programs. Ladies and gentlemen, as I draw to conclusion, WITED acknowledges the obstacles women face in STEM. Number 1, deep-rooted cultural stereotypes and gender bias. Number 2, harassment and discrimination in training institutions and workplaces. As I stand before you, I am a living example. When I graduated with the Bachelor of Science in Engineering, my first interview, I was supposed to get a chance to be assistant technical manager. But the technical manager himself dismissed me, not because I couldn't answer any technical question, but because I was a woman. And he asked me, can you bring me one of your classmates who is a man? Because this job is not for women. As much as I tried to convince him that I know how to run controls, I know how to build up distribution boards, because that was part of my attachment practice, he denied me the opportunity based on my gender, and not because I lacked skills. So therefore, WITED is demystifying such kind of perception, such kind of stereotypes, to ensure that our girls get equal chances when they have the skills they desire to have. Ladies and gentlemen, to overcome this, WITED calls for enforced institutional gender mainstreaming policies, WITED policies and clear reporting channels for harassment. Number 2, training for all trainers and trainees on gender-responsive pedagogy and safe learning environments. Number 3, provision for gender-responsive facilities, e.g. breastfeeding facilities for young mothers, sanitary amenities for our female trainees. Because you realize that having your menstrual periods is not a choice, but a biological arrangement that you cannot avoid. So as much as the government provides free condoms, where you can have sex by choice, you cannot have menstrual period by choice. It is a biological clock that a girl cannot avoid. Therefore, we are championing for the government to provide sanitary amenities for all our girls in TVET. And I pray that our champion and our force will receive favor in the eyes of the Ministry of Education, so that our girls can receive free sanitary amenities in all TVET institutions. Number 4, monitoring and evaluating progress towards gender parity targets in STEM enrollment, retention, and completion. Because it has come to our attention that sometimes we enroll high numbers of girls in STEM programs, but then retaining them becomes a challenge when they are faced with their womanly duties in the society. Sometimes when they get pregnant, they do not find the necessary support they're supposed to get, and thereby they are forced to defer studies, and some of them, when they defer studies, they do not come back to continue their learning. Ladies and gentlemen, by intentionally increasing the participation of girls and women in STEM through WITED programs, we are enhancing the CBET agenda with diversity, creativity, and equity, ensuring that no one is left behind in building the skilled workforce needed for Kenya's digital and industrial revolution. These interventions are not just about fairness. They are strategic investments in national development and economic growth. By enabling more women to access quality technical education, we unlock new talent, drive innovation, and uplift entire households from poverty, directly contributing to SDG 1 on ending poverty in Africa. When you educate a woman, the ripple effect of her empowerment nourishes families, transforms communities, and accelerates national development. And consequently, it will accelerate the development of our continent, Africa. When you educate a woman, you ignite a chain of progress, lifting families from poverty, transforming communities, and propelling an entire nation towards prosperity. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of WITED lies one unstoppable conviction that every girl carries within her the power to imagine, the power to design, and to transform the world. We are here to fan the flame, to remove every obstacle, and to clear every path before her. We will not rest until every workshop echoes with her voice, every classroom echoes with her voice, every laboratory glows with her curiosity, and every innovation bears the proud fingerprints of her courage. I therefore request the CATI leadership to incorporate WITED in every activity of CATI. This includes, but not limited to, the TVET fair competitions, the sporting activities, and every other extracurricular activity, so that we can all participate and champion the progress of the African child. Lastly, on 13th August 2025, we requested institutions through vice chancellors, principals, and institutional heads to submit to us enrollment in STEM programs for the academic year 2024, 2023, 2022. Because you realize that for us to make active proposals to willing organizations, we need to back up our story with data. We need to encourage, we need to convince the investors that indeed we have low enrollment of girls in STEM. However, as of yesterday, only 22 institutions from Western region had responded. The remaining, we do not understand whether they received our communication and they did not want to respond, or they have not received our communication and therefore they are willing to respond if we do repeat the communication. I therefore implore those who have not submitted the data to do so, because at the end of this month, WITED Kenya chapter will be making a presentation before the PS TVET, and that presentation can be meaningful if all the institutions are responded. After that presentation, we desire to roll out a program in all the TVET institutions in Kenya, where we will be supporting at least 5 girls in the affected departments, respective affected departments per each institution. As we are aware, different institutions face challenges differently. So whatever challenge that might be affecting Sigalagala National Polytechnic might not be the same challenge that is affecting Kisiwa National Polytechnic. Therefore, I request, let all of us team up, unite together for the greater goal of the African child. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.